You're this perp back with another video, and I just got out of watching What Happens Later, starring David Duchovny, which I never knew that was his name. I always known him from like X-Files and whatnot, and Meg Ryan, and also directed by Meg Ryan. And if you don't know me, I am a sucker for romance movies, especially romantic comedies. I don't watch a lot of them. I only try to watch like the really good ones, the ones that are more realistic. You know, you could have some goofy shit here and there, but this is a very interesting kind of story, especially one that's kind of put out during this holiday season, which definitely caught my eye. You know, it's not really Christmas, but it's snowing, so you can kind of put this in the holiday season kind of category. This is about two characters that literally have the same name. David Duchovny, he plays Will, or you can call him Bill in this, and Meg Ryan plays Willa's character. And these are two formal ex-lovers that haven't seen each other in about 25 years, 26 years. And they're both trying to catch this flight. But what ends up happening is their flight gets delayed and they kind of cross paths with each other. And it kind of comes off awkward first. But then they start to kind of do a little bit of small talk. And then the whole movie is them kind of just reconnecting and figuring things out within each other's lives, talking about what's been going on, and even diving into why they might have broken up in the first place. And there's a lot of dope scenes in here with just the dialogue. It's very dialogue heavy, a lot of witty humor, a lot of charming moments, you know, throughout this movie, as you know, they just keep going back and forth, and we just learn so much between these characters and their relationship, and a lot of heartfelt things, a lot of lessons, life lessons that they learn from one another. And that's why I find interesting about specific romance movies, even comparing something like this to a movie that came out earlier this year, Past Lives. Very kind of similar, but this has a lot more humor. Not too silly. It definitely just takes it so serious. You know, Bill has a daughter, and things aren't really looking good between him and his wife. We learn a lot of things about Willa's character as well, and what she's trying to achieve. And she asked this question in the beginning of the movie to Bill, like, are you traveling? Or no, you taking a trip? Or are you on a journey? And at first you're like, that's a weird question to ask, but then it kind of comes full circle towards the end. And there's a lot of those moments that I really enjoyed. And I think Meg Ryan did a really fantastic job directing this film. Not doing too much flashy things, just keeping the characters in focus. Some characters will be at a distance, and then they'll move closer and closer to one another. And like, as we go through these transitions, we get these really dope shots of like snow and a thunderstorm, just little like attention to details there that just kind of was really cool. And even the guy that's kind of the announcer, or is on the he's announcing all these different flights. There's some interesting things that they do with that as well that's very creative as far as it playing into the story between these two. I really like this movie. This was definitely one of my favorite movies to come out this year. If you're looking for something like a romance or a romantic comedy to see with a loved one, or just with the family, I wouldn't necessarily just say this was like a family-friendly movie because it is rated R, but if you're just looking for a really dope movie not too much going on with it as far as like, you know, you're not really into the superhero stuff or horror, and you're just looking for a good old-fashioned romantic comedy movie, definitely go check out What Happens Later in theaters. Or if you want to check it out when it hits streaming, you could do that as well. But definitely one of my favorite movies that I've watched so far this year. If you did get around to watching this, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.